Hey guys, talking about the Barneys drop in LA over this past weekend. Really exciting stuff. Those of you guys might have been on your radar, but this is the first time that Barneys New York did the drop in LA. Last year it was in New York. And what exactly was the drop? Well, the drop was basically an entire circus that came to the Barneys flagship store on Wilshire Boulevard in Beverly Hills. And what exactly happened? It essentially, to me, kind of felt a little bit like streetwear running loose all over Barneys, New York. The event featured lots of different kinds of collaborators. We had installations by Fear of God, installations by Prada. They did a really funny video game booth. We also saw different kinds of pop-ups in there from Fila. They did a pizza station sponsoring that. Some really interesting graphic mashups between Barneys and Wendy's, also Barneys and Domino's Pizza. So guys, if you're interested, you haven't really been seeing what's going on at the drop, and hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Please head over to our newsletter. We kind of go over a little bit more in detail what exactly happened that weekend, what worked and what didn't work. So basically, some of the things that I think didn't really work at the drop were really the live tattoo station and parlor. I think that was a little bit weird. There was a high fine jewelry installation that took place over by Fred's, the restaurant, whereby they had really beautiful fine jewelry designers displayed with live butterflies flying around the installations. Now, unfortunately, in the back corner of the installation, you ended up seeing a lot of dead butterflies. Unfortunately, when thinking about these kinds of executions, things like temperatures needed to maintain butterflies staying alive were not necessarily taken into consideration. Other flub ups we saw had to do with a photo station that was called the HIPSTR photo booth, kind of almost obviously and blatantly calling out hipsters for what they are. And honestly, I think the major highlights that I saw were the Fear of God installation. Really beautiful setup, graphic images of clouds. You saw the translation onto the product. I mean, it was really beautiful, really clean, high attention to detail. The other great things that we saw there were the I'm trying to think of what the other great things were. I think it was like the advisory board crystals. I think that installation was really interesting. They basically ended up setting up different kinds of hangers, and you could purchase a newsletter or the zine and then end up getting a free t-shirt if you spent $250, free sweatshirt. That I thought was really innovative and interesting. And then all over Barneys, you started to see things like little embroidery pop-ups, if you wanted to get some embroidery, custom embroidery done. But generally speaking, guys, it was a lot of really high expensive streetwear collaborations. And from what I had read, the whole idea about doing all the streetwear was to really kind of highlight what Los Angelenos want and what they're known for. And apparently Barneys thinks that they're really known for a streetwear culture. Now, I actually think that it was a little bit off the mark. I think that Barneys is really known for high curation. They're known for editing. They're known for providing exclusives that are well made, right? Not just collaborations for collaboration purposes. I almost feel like this event just really showcased what happens if you try to collaborate and mash up everything, right? Not even like tasteful limited edition items, but I even did I purchased a lipstick from a company called Nude Envy, which I thought was, beautiful. Their little station and setup was great. But even their gift with purchase was a really cheap little, zipping pouch that doesn't even function or work properly. So even the GWPs were not executed well. The Barneys event was produced by a company called The Project. They're based out of New York and Australia. I'm not sure, guys, but maybe the event should have been produced by a company that was based in Los Angeles that kind of understood the Los Angeles climate and market a little bit. Yes, Los Angeles is not, let's say, as high fashion as New York, but there is a sense of curation, editing, and experiential that I think really needed to be incorporated in a really tasteful way. And unfortunately, Barneys is my alma mater. I'm always really excited about everything that they have to release and produce, but this was just something that didn't really do it for me. All right, guys, that's it. That's all of the reporting on the Barneys event. The other event that I checked out this weekend was called Urban Air Los Angeles. Really impressed. A very small kind of curated number of brands that were there, all focusing on sustainability. You know, lots of brands that I thought weren't necessarily that great, but for being a small kind of neighborhood market that's now taking place all over the country, Urban Air, I think, did a great job of highlighting some really awesome brands. Major shout out to displays by companies like Norwegian Wood, which I thought were really tasteful, really nicely decorated. Saw a lot of ceramics on the scene. And so, guys, I think that funny enough, I think that was more of a success, I think, in terms of branding and positioning than even the Barneys New York event was. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. If you get a chance, do check out some of the images we posted on our newsletter. And I'll see if I can post some other pictures elsewhere so you guys can see exactly what it is I'm talking about all these crazy ass collaborations. All right, I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.